So good morning everyone. Let us continue our discussion. Now we are on the direct assault or Article 148 of the Revised Penal Code. So unsa na siya ang direct assault? Ang direct assault is a crime committed by a public officer. And now, day duha ka klase ang direct assault. The first kind of direct assault is without public uprising by employing force or intimidation to attain any of the purposes of rebellion or sedition. This kind of direct assault is very rare. It is the second form which is commonly committed. So sa first kind of direct assault, without public uprising, so meaning the element of public uprising is nawala diha. Because when we talk of rebellion, of course, there must be a public uprising, taking of arm against the government for the purpose of overthrowing the government in order to deprive the chief executive to exercise its powers and functions or its powers and prerogatives. Gideprive nimo in order to commit the crime of rebellion. But on this case, direct assault, the same ang imohang purpose, but walay public uprising. The element of public uprising is not present kung para makaingon ta nga na ay direct assault. Now, alita sa sedition. Kung ingon tag sedition, there is a tumultuous, uprising, serious intimidation against the government para iyahang i-prevent ang promulgation sa mga executive orders, administrative orders, and also to prohibit the popular election para makainuntangan na ay sedition, and as well as to inflict injury tungod sa hate or revenge to a private individual. So muna siya gitawag nato nga sedition. So again, the absent para mo ingon ta nga ang kana siya nga kaso of the first kind of direct assault is the public uprising. Otherwise, kung naa na siya public uprising in case of rebellion, so mo constitute siya in violation of Article 134. Now, alita sa second kind of direct assault, which is the very common. It is committed without public uprising. The offender attacks, employ force, seriously intimidates, or seriously resists any person in authority or his agent while engaged in the performance of official duties or on occasion thereof, knowing him to be such. Now, ito nagsaon. Kinsa ang biktima sa direct assault. So based on our previous discussion, ato nang gi-distinguish kung kinsa si person in authority o kinsa si agent of person in authority. Now, in cases of person in authority, just like a mayor, just like a provincial governor, the force nga i-employ by the perpetrator must be actual. Dili ta mo ingon nga serious force. Kinahanglan siya actual. Shall we say, kinahanglan lang imo habarong gikwilyuhan, imo habarong gisagpa. So that will tantamount to a direct assault kung miingon ta og person in authority. Because what is necessary kung miingon ta sa pag-employ sa force by the perpetrator is that naay nabutang nga force, naay nahitabo nga pagpanagpa, naay nahitabo nga pagpangkwilyo ngadto sa person in authority. Sa ako ang dimension katong niingon ta nga mga mayor, provincial governor, barangay captain, barangay councilor. So enough na nga kwilyuhan nimo ang usa ka mayor. Next, while engaged in the performance of official duties. So it is very important nga ning-engage siya in the performance of his official duties as a mayor or as a barangay captain. Otherwise, dili siya mosulod sa direct assault. Say for example, nayo sa ka barangay captain. So, ningkuan siya, nangumpanya siya kay padung na ang election. Pero, sa iyang pagpangumpanya na ay usa ka mga, or shall we say, na usa ka tao nga ning duol dito sa stage ug pagkahuman gikwilyuhan siya, giingnan siya ay sige og pasalig maayo ra ka sa panahon sa pangumpanya, inig kahuman nimo og makadaog na ang imuhang mga pasalig na kalimta na. So karon gikwilyuhan siya, nireklamo siya og direct assault. Ang gihimo ba atong tao nga ni sa stage during sa pagpangumpanya sa barangay captain mo constitute ba siya og direct assault? The answer is no. Kay during that time nga nagdiskurso si barangay captain, wala siya ni exercise sa iyang duty or in the performance of his official duties. Therefore, ang pwede nito makaso is either least serious physical injuries or serious physical injuries or slight physical injuries depende sa iyahang pagpaayo, sa iyahang medical requirement nga nakabutang didto para maalim ang iyahang mga injuries nga na-inflict ni perpetrator. Now, another example. Kung si barangay captain for example, nagkandak og meeting. Nagkandak baron siya og meeting para sa iyahang mga constituents, para sa kaayuhan sa iyahang mga constituents. Karon naa siya sa katawo ni Duol. Og pagkahuman sukmag si barangay captain. Now, ma-held liable ba for direct assault? The answer is yes. Why? Because during that time, si barangay captain ni perform na sa iyang duties and functions as a barangay captain. That is why ma-held liable siya. Now, ang pangutana na to, bisan pag gikwilihan ra, bisan pag gisagpa ra, considered na siya as direct assault, dili ba na to i-determine kung ang iyahang assault is serious or not? So, the answer is dili na kinahanglan nga imong i-determine kung serious ba ang iyahang attack, kung serious ba ang force nga iyahang gi-inflict. Why? Because that is person in authority. The requirement nga imuhang i-determine kung serious ba ang imuhang attack to constitute direct assault is for agent of person in authority. Now, say for example, na ay police officer. Ang police officer na siya arestohon. Karon, wala niya na aresto or shall we say ning padung mag-aresto is gikwilihan siya ang police officer kay ning suki. Naon tanawon, ang pagpangwilyo ba ni perpetrator sa usa ka krimen sa pag-abot didto sa crime scene ni police officer para arestohon mo constitute na ba siya og serious force nga gihimo ni perpetrator para mo ingon ta nga naay direct assault? The answer is no. Nga naman, kung mingon mo gutag agent of person in authority, in order to constitute the crime into direct, the force nga gi-employ ni perpetrator must be serious. Sa pagpangwilyo, para dili maaresto, pat naaresto ra gihapon siya, ang katong perpetrator, gikwilihan lang niya ang police officer. Dili siya mo constitute og direct assault. Again, dili siya mo constitute kay ang force nga gi-employ ni perpetrator is not serious. Ngunay atong gikinahanglan para sa gitawag nato nga direct assault kung mag-istorya ta og agent of person in authority. Balik ko nako, kung agent of person in authority, the force that being inflicted by the perpetrator must be serious. On the other hand, kung miingon ta sa person in authority, the force that being inflicted by the perpetrator does not require na serious na siya para moingon ta nga na ay direct assault. Now, importante sad nga engage siya in the performance of his duty, si police officer. Otherwise, kung wala siya na-engage sa iyang performance of his duty, the crime be committed. It's either least serious physical injuries, slight physical injuries. So it depends upon the case nga nahitabo or sa facts and circumstances. Nasa tagitawag og past performance. Example, ning commit og krimen sa perpetrator tungod sa trabaho nga gihimo ni agent of person in authority or ni person in authority sa iyang past performance. Sa past performance, the motive of the perpetrator is necessary. Nga ang iyang pag-commit sa krimen nganong nahitabo na niya ang pag-assault ni person in authority or agent of person in authority must be established nga ang iyang motibo base sa iyang past performance. While kung in the performance of duty, si person in authority or si agent of person in authority, ang motive niya whether or not sa iyang past performance ba na, dili na nimo kinahanglan. As long as in the performance of his duty siya, regardless of the motive of the perpetrator, that will constitute the crime of direct assault. So, on our next video, we will discuss about indirect assault and resistance and disobedience to a public officer. So, kinahanglan itong ma-determine again, kay kung dili serious ang force nga gi-inflict ni perpetrator ngadto ni agent of person in authority, the crime would not be direct assault, but the crime will be resistance and disobedience. So see you on our next video on indirect assault and resistance and disobedience to public officer. Thank you and God bless us all.